What's going on, guys, man? It is Zuko here, and today I'm going to be showing you the new best EXP farm after the update and showing you how to make it fast in real time, so that way you know exactly what you need to do in order to get it to these clear times and what you can't do. And I'm actually going to show you a video where you can see the mistakes that other people made and why it shortened the times by that much. Let's get straight into this video. The first things first is I want to just kind of give you guys what you can expect from doing this mission. You're going to be able to go from level 1 to level 40 within 2 completions of this mission if you have everything that I'm talking about. Now, gold wise, if you in 4 hours, you're going to get about 30 plus million gold every single 4 hours from running this mission as well. So this is the best gold farm, and this is the best EXP farm in the game. This is much better than the Vespers farm because you actually are participating in kills, which allows for you to get an EXP boost. If you guys did not know, whenever the shared EXP system is working, it's only giving you a set amount off of what they got. However, for these modifiers here, these are only going to increase stuff that you are participating in. So if you're wanting to go from level 1 to 30 in one version of this mission, you need to make sure you're participating in the kills. If you want to go from 1 to 27, then if you're not participating in the zones as much as you should, you're not going to get that EXP. Same thing with the consumable and then the firearm and the gold. If you're not actively killing things, these will never take effect. You have to participate, which is the reason why I'm playing it with an AoE character, but you don't have to. Just need to make sure that you're running this with a Descendant EXP and a weapon proficiency EXP from the store. 8 sockets in exactly 1 day. You don't have to come in here with an AoE character. If you're going to use another character, at least give them a mobbing build, something that has some sort of like wide range ability that hits hard enough to kill things, and then basically run the Thunder Cage. If you do not come in here with an AoE character, if you do not have a Thunder Cage, you're killing your times by like an extra 3 minutes. If you come in here with the Thunder Cage, you're going to be killing your times by maybe a minute if you have good aim. If you have bad aim, maybe about a minute and 30. Because people can help you. You need to at least have at least 2 AoE characters, and then it doesn't really matter that much. So for example, let's say if you come in here with an Ajax, make this skill here the ability that you're playing off of, put double range on it because it has a max expendable range of 300, and then come in here with Thunder Cage with the Ajax with this ability, and then you'd be able to put in as much work as a bunny would. It would just take you about maybe an extra 10 seconds to start to do that. That's not going to affect you that much. You'd be able to hold your zone. And the reason why it's actually possible to run this without, all teams of AoEs is because the rounds only kick up to 4 at round 8, 9, and 10, which means that's where you're going to get the most amount of variance. Until then, 2 AoE characters can easily kill everything just as fast. So that's the reason why it doesn't matter there. Now, since I showed you all of this, let's get straight into the visual portion where you're going to see exactly what you can do in order to actually get this as fast as possible. And this was the build that I was running with, except this was actually Spear and Shield, not maximize conservation. Sorry, I wanted to touch on that point that I made one more time. So what I meant by you can run this with 2 AoE characters is that the 2 AoE characters can handle their own zones, because until you get to round 8, 9, and 10, you will not have 4. So if you have 3 zones, the AoEs can handle their 1 zone, and then the 2 gun characters who are using their gun or a lesser, build that's just more of a mobbing build, they can handle that 1 zone together to get that 1 zone to be cleared just as fast as an AoE bunny or any other AoE character like Luna that really does put in a lot of AoE work. Alright, so for the live showcase, let's go ahead and get it started here. Show you guys everything you're going to need to do in order to make this run exactly sub 6. I'm playing with a random, so I won't be able to get it sub 6 with these guys, but if it was my real team, I could have just showed you with them, but they're all asleep right now and I'm making a video now. First things first is you want to pay attention to the top left side of your screen. You see how it's saying 69, 64, whatever? It's basically telling you how many more enemies you have to kill by a percentage. You want to get this number down as fast as you possibly can. You can do this with any character. It's just AoE characters can kill more enemies faster than a gun can do it, unless you have god tier aim. Now here, see how there's 2 zones now, right? Whenever there's 2 zones, you need to make it to where people are splitting up the work. Since there's 2 here, I'm going to help out this one, because there's no need for 3 people to be on 1. He's doing a pretty good job here, so I'll just kind of come in here and help him clean up this time just a little bit. The faster you can get these done, the faster you'll be able to get in and out of these. This is what's important. Since they're probably going to kill him before I can get there, you just kind of want to wait. So that way if a new spawn kind of spawns here, you can get to it really, really quickly. You need to make sure you don't hover in the screen. This is the biggest don't. Do not sit here. This will waste the most amount of time. You need to get in and out of this screen as fast as possible, because that alone will make you take a round. We can get a round done with my real team here in about 30 seconds, like both rounds. So if you're wanting to get that, you can't sit in that screen because that's basically you wasting a whole round. And since there's only 2 zones, you basically split up the work 2v2. And since they're done here, we're just kind of waiting for this next one to kind of spawn here. So there's no need for me to go over there and help them out. Pay attention to the percentages. Same thing, 2 zones again. We're going to go to A. They're probably going to stay at B there. And as you can see, this is the only way that this kind of like becomes slower, is if it takes you this long to kind of get there. You get the XP from the weapon though. It's already about to be maxed out. And then this is where it's going to start doing the 3 rounds. Right at round 5, this is where we need to split up the work. So I'm going to see where General Joe is going to, and then I'm going to go to the one that he's not at. Okay, so he's going to that one, so I'm going to hover on this one. We just need to make sure that we're all tackling our different zones. Round 6, I'm in the same spot, so there's no need for me to do this one here. Bloodlung needs to go to B. He's going AFK, so he's messing with the times here. So I gotta go to B since he's messing up the runs. Okay, this is all botched now. I'm gonna help out with B. He's gonna be able to take care of that one. This is a mistake on Blood. I don't know why he stopped doing that there. That's gonna mess up the runs, but just kind of have to wait and see. I'm gonna help out General Joe here, just because it's the lowest percentage one. I mean, it's the highest percentage one, so we need to kill this one rather quickly. Alright, so we were able to get that one done faster than Bloodlung. Bloodlung might be going AFK or something like that. Now here, we're just gonna kind of wait this one out here. B, so I'll go to C. And I'm doing this with a random just to show you guys that like this is really easy to do. And again, if you're going to come into this mission without an AoE character, you best come in here with the Thunder Cage, or it's just some weapon that is extremely good at mobbing, where you will be able to explode everything. You don't have to have AoEs, you just won't be able to get it sub 6. You might be able to get it sub 8, but you have to be on your A game. And if you're on console, you're really gonna have to use an AoE, because unless you're a god tier aimer with linear aim, you're not going to be able to get this done fast enough with your aim to kill everything quick enough. But if you can, then hey. So C's not being touched, so I'll go back to C. And then we're just going to hope and pray that someone is at B. This is where the most amount of time can be kind of lost, is whenever people don't start knocking down all of the zones at once. That one little mistake there for zone B is going to cost us quite a bit of time. So this is going to add about maybe 30 seconds to our clear time, which is going to affect, again, how fast we can run this mission. It's exactly like how you would do a Vespers, meaning you have to make sure you're canceling the mission as quickly as possible and you're restarting the mission as quickly as possible in order to get the most amount of XP, maximizing your damage and whatnot in order to get it faster. It's the same way. It's nothing different. You have to be on your A game. You can't be playing around with this. You have to do it right. All right, so I'm going to go B. And the easiest way for people to understand which zones are currently being active and which ones are not, just look at which percentages are going down, right? You can also kind of do a DPS comparison here, because you're going to be able to tell like who's doing a lot of DPS and who's not, you know. If you die, you just need to kill yourself. So, that sounds bad, but like if you die, just go ahead and reset your life. Like you don't have to sit there. This costs us another minute, so add up basically like a minute and 15 seconds to our time now. That was horrible. That was a huge L. And he can't survive the content. This is an automatic huge L. You can add another minute. Okay, he's forfeiting life. Cool. At least he knows to do that. If you go down, just die. Like don't keep like staying alive, or don't sit on the ground. Nobody's coming to save you. We all have jobs to do. Get back up. Don't need help. So again, not the fastest run here, but you can add about a minute and 30 seconds to this run for how much time that Mixage wasted, and then Bloodlung as well. So not a really fast run, but still decent, you know. So again, like I said, add a minute and 30.